In the year 1027, around New Year, there was a wedding here in Norway. The groom was Tore Olveson, and among the guests was King Olav Haraldsson. Now Olav, he had previously executed Tore's father, Olve, and now Olav had heard that Tore was in support of King Knut's ambition to rule Norway. Olav would not listen to his advisors, who said that you have to let this go. Basically, they advised him to show some mercy. But no, Olav did not know mercy. He had Tore hanged right there at Tore's wedding. 18 years old, no mercy. Now it seems obvious when you read between the lines in the sagas that not only was Olav always a very cruel, dare I say, evil man, but at that point he knew that his power and his might was being challenged by Knut and Knut's supporters in Norway. Knut, if you don't know, he was the Danish king who also ruled England. And he wanted Norway. So Olav, he knew no mercy. He seems to have adopted this narcissistic and paranoid personality towards the end of his life. Yet Olav, King Olav, he is still to this day seen as a hero. He was even made a saint by the church. So he is commonly known as Saint Olav. But he was no saint, and he was no hero. Now here comes the difficult part. And sometimes I'm criticized because, well, I get some comments now and then. People say, well, stick to the Viking age. Don't talk about modern, society and all of that. But the thing is, history is all about using the past to look at the present. And when the reason why I mentioned King Olav and how he was a very cruel man, he was seen as cruel and unreasonable by people at that time. And when I mention him and how we today, a millennium later, still have this perception of King Olav being the hero of the story. I mentioned that because we are seeing the same mechanisms play out right in front of our very eyes in present day. Yeah, I'm making a spear. Sometimes you just have to make a spear. Now, before I continue with this video, and I will get into a topic that is quite controversial, but before I do that, I just want to remind you that this video as well is being sponsored by folkrealms.com, which is a wonderful, wonderful platform on the internet. There is no AI there. It's basically for people who are interested in, the past, history, mythology, our European pagan past, and paganism in modern life as well. It's a wonderful platform, no bullying. People are not there to to use our culture for political purposes. And I'm there on folkrealms.com, so come and join me there. Thank you. So a few years ago, the authorities in most of the world, they decided to imprison people in their homes and to have as many people as possible injected with a substance that could be seen as experimental. What was done was foolish, unjust, and yeah, just wrong. Yeah, I should take this back to the workshop, and I have to dry out this the shaft here. But anyway, it was wrong, and the things that they told people, we now know that they knew that they were lying. Okay, that's the fact. That's just how it is. And you know, arguing against that at this point is just a little bit stupid. It's just, you know, we have to relate to the facts. And now I know it's so odd to have this guy out in the woods, oops, in Viking gear talking about something like that. But I'm passionate about history, and as I said, history is about trying to understand the past and using that wisdom and knowledge to better look at what's going on right now. So that's what I'm trying to do here. That story, the core story, has so many similarities to these other stories from the past, like the story of King Olav. King Olav, still to this day, being seen as the hero, which he was not. Can you see what I'm trying to get to here? The map doesn't fit with the terrain, but still many people, I suspect the majority actually, they still think that the map is true. They still proceed following the map. And we are going to see the same mechanism play out in the future as well. There is something about the human mind and how when people come together in groups, there's that group dynamic that makes them feel that it's better, and this has been proved by proper science experiments, by the way. It's better to just go along with the lie, even though they know it's a lie, than to go against the group, right? And we need to call that out whenever we see it, because it tends to lead us as human beings astray. Now, a few words about this channel. I'm going to upload more diverse content here in the future. And the reason is that I can't only do the historical content here. And the reason for that is AI. The AI slop channels are just killing the history niche. At least that's what it looks like to me. So there's going to be more diverse content here. And you know, you will still have the Viking videos here, but also other types of videos. I hope you're okay with that. I'll try to upload more frequently as well. They say history is written by the victors. I think that's very true. In the case of Olav, the victors, that was obviously the church. And it was an interesting case after his death, where he was used as a political symbol in Norway. I hope that we today, since we have social media, since we can spread information proper information more easily. I hope that the story about what was done during the COVID crisis, I hope that it will not take 1,000 years before we, the majority of people out there realize the truth about what happened there. It probably won't, but you never know. You never know. They, big pharma, big tech, and all of that, they might just push even harder with censorship. Yeah. But if you want to support what I'm doing here, please hit that subscribe button. That is the most important thing you can do on YouTube now, actually, contrary to what people are saying. Yeah, subscribe to this channel if you want to support what I'm doing here. So yeah, I should probably get back to my workshop and, work on this and remove the bark and all of that. I want to thank you for watching. And check out one of the other videos that should pop up here on the end screen. And hopefully I will see you in a few days. Bye bye.